Historian James T. Patterson called the GI Bill the most significant development in modern history of American education. But to understand the importance of the GI Bill, first we must consider a post war era without the GI Bill. World War I, for instance. It's important to understand also that 72% of the military in World War I, the United States military, was conscripted, which meant that they didn't volunteer to go, they were told that they had to go. The United States government realized that they would have nearly 5 million returning vets from World War I. So the United States government started programs such as the Smith and Hughes Act of 1917, which promoted vocational training in agricultural, industrial trades, and home economics. They also, another program was the United States Employment Service, and it was meant to aid veterans in finding jobs. But less than a year after the war was over, in April of 1919, 40% of vets remained unemployed. And a lot of this was due to the funding being decreased for these programs. During World War II, the Roosevelt administration sought to avoid some of the mistakes of previous administrations for veterans returning from war. The Roosevelt administration saw technology and science as the future of the civilian economy, and thus they knew that education was important. So on June 22nd, 1944, President Roosevelt signed into law the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, commonly called the GI Bill. The benefits from the GI Bill were based on how much time a soldier or a veteran had spent in service, the minimum being 30 days and the maximum being 36 months. For a service member who had spent at least 36 months in the service, upon their homecoming, they were given a year of unemployment pay, which is $20 a month in 1940s. They were given guarantees for loans for homes, farms, and businesses. Soldiers were also given tuition up to $500 per year, which was more than enough to cover any college or university in the United States at the time. They were also given a stipend of $65 to $90 per month, depending on if the soldier had a family or not. To understand the scope of the GI Bill from 1945 to 1956 and its impact on these 16 million World War II veterans that were returning home, 2.2 million of those veterans went to college. 3.5 million of those veterans went to technical or vocational schools. 700,000 took construction and agriculture. And from 1940 to 1950, the number of Americans with degrees more than doubled from 200,000 to nearly 500,000. Of those who went to college, an estimated 40% would not have attended college without the GI Bill. The GI Bill had an impact on the American university itself and the instruction given from that university. Before the GI Bill, the curriculum focused solely on liberal arts. And after the GI Bill and after World War II, the university curriculum expanded to one encompassing a range of career paths, including science, business, and engineering. The GI Bill was a major factor in the prosperity of post-war America. The GI Bill also created a new norm for the middle class attending college.